Hi, I'm Joanne Carey. Welcome back to my channel. Today, the Galactic Federation of Light comes through with a message and a transmission to support us at this time. They are speaking to the great changes that we're going through right now, both as a collective, the Earth, as well as individually, because of the high dimensional light that's coming into the planet. They speak to how these changes are being reflected because of our internal shifts. They're encouraging us to become more aware of what we're going through. They're also address some of the fears that we have about the potential outcomes of what's happening in the world around us. And they really are guiding us to look to the positive expectations, to have positive expectations about what we're going through. They also speak a little bit about the technologies that will be coming in to support us through this time. So it's a wonderful message and a beautiful transmission to support us in receiving this new higher dimensional light. I hope you enjoy their transmission. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet and you feel called, please do so. It really helps get the messages and energies out to those who need it. And enjoy their message. It is a pleasure to connect. This is the Galactic Federation of Light, and it is a pleasure to be with you on this day. There is so much going on the Earth. You feel it, yes? You feel the changes happening. You feel the Earth herself shifting and changing, and you see the outpictured reality of that in many of the disturbances upon her surface and within her beingness. And we share with you that the reflections on the outside of the Earth, those happening within your communities and within your countries and within your borders, are a reflection of the changes that are happening within each of you. There is no one on this plane, there is no one in this planet, on this planet, not of human or other, who is not experiencing the influx of higher dimensional light that is impacting and changing and activating the multidimensional layers of you. There is no one who is not changing and shifting with this. The level of consciousness you hold will depend on how much you are aware of the changes, what they mean, and how they are impacting you. Many who are living on autopilot will be navigating their days, finding them becoming harder to navigate as they have. Things will be falling away. And that is not a fearful thing. That is not a bad thing. That is a joyful thing. For as things change, as things move and shift in your lives, then you are drawn to more interested in investigating and being curious about why the things are changing, what isn't serving you, what have you been holding on to that is no longer in your best interest to hold on to. There are many patterns, there are many beliefs, there are many internal structures that you have engaged with, have agreed to at unconscious levels in many cases, and through early indoctrination or early teachings in your life that have been pushed to their limits. They are beginning to crack within. This one that we speak through right now has had what she has phrased as an internal scaffolding being rebuilt, the internal structure of her energetic being rebuilt to hold the higher frequencies. And we would say that in many ways, what happens before that happens is you have a collapse, a dismantling, an unraveling of these structures that you have within your existing energetic structure and within your physical structure as well through your DNA and cellular beingness. And as you continue on this path, as this unraveling continues within your society, within your lives, the Earth and all of your systems will begin to reflect the changes. They will begin to reflect the new ways of being that are consistent, resonant, in coherence with the higher dimensional frequencies that you are enabling. And many of you are saying, but what if it is going to be bad? What if it is going to be devastating? What if we will not be able to survive it? And we brought forth into the awareness of this one just the other day is why is it that humans always look to the worst case scenario? And the reason that is done is because you are basing your existence on the past. That is how you've worked in linear time. In order to know how to keep yourself safe in the future, you look to what has happened in the past and then look to emulate or to change the way you responded in the past in order to change the way it will happen in the future. And we tell you that with the accelerated time, with the acceleration of manifestation of your creations within your world, that looking to the past is certainly not something that you will want to continue doing. You are moving into the new, you are moving beyond what you have known. And this is, as we have shared before, this is something that requires you to have trust, to have patience, and to allow yourself to be open and curious to the beautiful ways, the joyful ways, the amazing and magical and synchronistic ways that things may unfold for you. To begin allowing yourself to choose to see, to choose to be aware of, to choose to recognize how your life is changing for the positive, and begin to be curious about how it could be different, what new might look like, and be in that wonder state. You will support yourself in receiving all of the things that are looking and are actually flowing to you right now. There are many systems, there are many technologies, there are many new ways of being and operating within this physical plane that are already in the creation stage, meaning they have already been energetically agreed to and are being formulated. And many of you will be tapping into these creations, or already have and are already working on it, some quite silently. We understand the reservation for being openly public, for that has been a detriment to many in the past, but that is changing now. We wish for you to be open to the new ideas, to the new technologies as they begin to manifest in your reality. Begin to check yourself as to when you go into fear with the new ones, like many have done with artificial intelligence. There is much greatness and much potential for growth and expansion and acceleration with the use of what you've called an artificial intelligence. And many more technologies will come forth that will accelerate and change the way you be and change the thought structures that you have. What would it be like if energy was free? What would it be like if you weren't needing to spend money on many of the things that you are spending money on now? What if money is changed in such a way that you are operating in a way of manifesting that doesn't require a currency like that? Now, we say that that is not happening overnight. That is not something that will just collapse and leave you flailing within the waters of the sea of ascension. No, these systems will transfer, will move forward into your reality in a way that you can hold, in a way that you can receive and accept. We do tell you that based on your level of consciousness, you may experience the world very differently than the neighbor next to you, than the one next to you. If you are expecting bad things to happen, we suggest that you are bringing that bad thing to your reality. That doesn't mean you can't make a new choice in a new time, but it does mean that you get to be very conscious and aware of the thoughts that you think, in order to ensure that your expectation is aligned with the future that you are wanting to hold, that you are wanting to experience, the world you are looking to create. You are not doing this alone. This is a cosmic exercise. Yes, you are feet on the ground on this earth. You are the anchors of light. Each one of you who hears these words, an anchor of light who is working to support the shifting and lifting of consciousness. And even as you do that, you get to still look and be aware of where you play, where you have distortion, incoherence, fear within your system. You will notice them more clearly. Be aware of when they show. And do not judge yourself when you experience the fear. It is being shown to you so that you can make a new choice, so that you can respond in a new way. You will be tried in many cases because it is through the trial that you will become more aware, if you have not been listening, if you have not been paying attention to what is looking to go. Do you understand that? It does not need to be difficult. It does not need to be hard. If you are in conscious choice and you are in setting your intention to become aware of those things that need to go, that need to shift, that need to change in order for you to move to your next highest step, then do understand that you can make those choices and changes willingly, joyfully, knowing and trusting that you are being supported each step of the way. On the other hand, if you are not listening, if you are not conscious, if you simply are not in that space yet, you are not awakened, as you might say, then you will have those experiences as your soul starts tapping on your shoulder a little harder and a little harder to try to get you to wake up from the slumber that you have been in for far too long. It is the time now. This is a great acceleration and a great unraveling. There are many changes that are coming, and we say that they are for the best, even if in the immediate moment that you experience them, you do not understand how. We ask for you to draw with the courage that you have, to draw the strength from the love that you feel through our transmissions, through those guides that you work with, through those beings that you work with, that you are indeed supported through love. We send you extra energy right now through these transmission of these words so that you may be enfolded in the light frequency that we are transmitting to support your system in being in agreement with this openness to the new, openness to moving through with more peace and stillness through the external waves or storm that you may find yourself in the times to come. Again, this is not to say that a storm is bad. A storm moves through, it clears energy, it shifts consciousness, it allows for new growth as old is laid to rest. Yes. Ashatukoya makau shatikia asatiki aushut kumo oikia asatikia makosha. Asatmikia satuku ushut marakaikia tamaka arshia tamakura ikia. Anamakatututora miata akashikutoishi miata rakatia mako oishikia makatai kiata. We are simply working with your system at this time. You can simply say yes if you wish to receive it. There is no requirement. We are simply trying to allow for the energy that we send to be received. Ashatukoya, many still have a guard up. Ashatukoya, do, as this one has suggested, set the intention to be only open to those energies and that information that are for your highest good in the perfect amounts needed for your healing and evolution at this time. It will support you in relaxing your mental construct in order to receive the light that we send through. Take a deep breath, please, breathing it into each cell of your beingness, each cell of your body. See each cell glowing with pink, silver, white light, ashatukoye shikia satamarakwe sikia, glowing brighter, ashatakia tamakotoye shikia tamakaikia. Atamakia tamako osha tamarakadami tamarakatoto yeshimita akata au kuam atiki Good. You have received well. Usha. Xiao kwa miatia kushama. Aikia tu shaye miatura sikia ukua maukwa. Ausikia makai kia tura shia mai kia tamaukwa. Aitia maanai kia tusha. Au kumoya timia taukwa shatikia ikia tushaya. Asatamikia tama aukwa isikia tamaukwa. Asatakia satukura ikia tama. Aushutukura shatamai kia satamaroya. Ama ai kia tekiau komor shaya kia. Ashutur shaya miau koasa. Asia maau koi kia tamaukua. Asatukui kia tamakau kwa sate kia tamaau kwa. Ama tiki tikiau tu shama. Asatakia satakura ikia makau kwa. Aushutokoya tikia tamakau kwa satekia. Feel the blanket of our love enfold you. Aushukoya. Feel the blanket of our love. Soothe your cells. Ashatukoya shikia satamara. Gently stimulating and igniting Ashatukoya. You in this new level of opening Ashatukoya, of allowance and reception for the changes that come, for the evolution that is underway, for the joy of reunion, Aushutukoya reunion, remembering, Aushutukoya amakaukwa, asatamara kia asatakau. Urshaya Toraya Ura Uraya 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 Sakuraya Kuraya Sayuraya Urasaya Maya Urashayama Ura Urayamayaraya. Shh. We walk with you on this journey. There are many of us, and many of you are already in connection working with the Galactic Federation of Light. Many of you visit us. Many of you know this and see this and sense this in your meditation, in your dream space. Know that it is true. Know that you will know more. It will become clearer in the times to come. You are indeed being prepared. You are indeed opening for more. You are indeed walking the evolutionary path of a species. It is beautiful. You are moving into new territory, new ground. Each day that passes, more light and higher frequencies are being integrated within your beingness. All by choice, all aligned with soul, all aligned with the agreement for this time in your evolutionary process. This shift in consciousness to a new octave of reality, to a new octave of experience. One where you are choosing to release the tethers to the lower, tethers to the fear that have kept you stuck and repeating cycles for thousands of years. You have come prepared for this, yes. You have come prepared and you are ready. And as we speak in and through this one, as the energy penetrates your beingness, you are being awakened further to your next level of beingness. This is to be celebrated, to be welcomed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We'll support you in all that is coming, in all you have said yes to, in all you have dreamed into being. You are powerful, vast creator beings, and you are being supported by many in returning to this knowing. We are one of the councils who are here working with you, and it is a pleasure to be connecting in this way. With that said, our transmission is complete, and we look forward to connecting with you in another day of your time. Blessings to you each. This has been the Galactic Federation of Light. If you like that message and transmission from the Galactic Federation of Light, please like it, share it, turn on notifications, and subscribe to my channel. It really does help get the messages out there to all those who need them.